John had been dreaming of getting a puppy for years. From his childhood days, he had always been a dog lover. But back then, his parents refused to get him one. They wanted him to focus on having good grades and excelling in his education. So they felt that owning a pet would be a distraction. Although he later got one as soon as he graduated, John discovered something quite shocking only 24 hours later, after the day his dream came through. Keep watching to see what really happened. After John graduated from school, he got a job and rented an apartment of his own. Since he was a little boy and as he got older on weekends, he spent countless hours researching different breeds of dogs, learning about their temperaments, intelligences per breed, and reading reviews of breeders. He particularly had a love for dogs of rare breed, and a friend of his owned one which was so adorable, and John thought to get one too. Finally, after months of searching, he found pictures of the perfect puppy online, or so he thought. This was a rare breed that he had never heard of before. It was a breed originating in Old Persia. The little dog was super intelligent, had a unique coat of fur that was covered in tiger stripes. Not all puppies had this genetic, but the ones that did were special beyond measures. John was enchanted. He contacted the breeder and arranged to meet the puppy in person. The breeder told John that he just got off the phone with a buyer that withdrawn his offer, as the special pup was very expensive. So John was lucky. When John arrived at the breeder's home the next day, he was greeted by a friendly woman who introduced him to the little tiger-striped dog. John fell in love with the puppy on the spot and knew he had to have him. He paid the breeder in cash and took the puppy home, eager to start his life with his new best friend. This was the moment he dreamt of his whole life. The first day with the puppy was magical. John named the extraordinary puppy Sky and spent time playing with the little dog, letting him get used to his new home. And as Sky was already 14 weeks, he took him on a short walk in the park. Sky was very popular in the park, and some asked for permission to take pictures of Sky. John was delighted with how well-behaved and friendly the puppy was, and he felt like he had made the best decision of his life. But then, something strange started to happen the next day after he gave Sky a bath. That morning after he bathed Sky, John watched him playing around in the sitting room, and he suddenly noticed that the little dog's stripes were fading and streaks of solid brown had started to show through. He held Sky and examined him closely to be sure, and that was when he confirmed it. He was shocked. Apparently, he had been scammed. John felt angry and betrayed. He had paid a lot of money for what he thought was a rare breed of dog, but it turned out to be a regular breed that had been dyed to look unique. He felt like he had been taken advantage of by the breeder, who had knowingly misled him and taken his money. At first, John didn't know what to do. He was tempted to confront the breeder and demand his money back, but he didn't want to cause a scene or get into a legal dispute. He also didn't want to give up his beloved puppy, who he was already fond of. So, John decided to do some research. He read up on the practice of dyeing dogs and discovered that it was not only unethical, but also potentially harmful of dogs' health. He learned that some dyes can cause skin irritation, allergic reactions, and even poisoning if ingested. John realized that he needed to take action to protect his puppy. He decided to take the dog to the vet to have him checked out and to get advice on how to safely remove the dye from his fur completely. The next day, he took Sky to the clinic and the vet confirmed that the dye used on the puppy was not harmful, but he recommended that John should wash the dog's fur with a mild soap and water to remove the dye gradually. He also gave John some tips on how to take care of the puppy's coat to ensure it grew back healthy and strong. Over the next few weeks, John worked hard to remove the dye from his puppy's fur. It was a slow and painstaking process, but he was determined to do it right. He spent hours washing and brushing the dog's coat, and slowly but surely, the tiger streaks disappeared and the brown furs returned. As the dog's true colors emerged, John felt a sense of relief. He knew that he had done the right thing by protecting his puppy and ensuring that he was healthy and happy. although he now considers giving Sky to someone else to care for, but he later changed his mind. In the end, John learned an important lesson about the risks of buying rare and exotic pets. He realized that sometimes, what seems too good to be true really is. He also learned the importance of being an informed and responsible pet owner, and he was grateful for the experience that had taught him that lesson. Although John and his puppy are still the best of friends, he understood and resolved to always purchase pets from licensed sellers, as scammers parade the market, posing a threat to the health of dogs and cheating people. Have you ever been deceived by appearances? What would you do if you were in John's situation? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.